So tonight we saw the film Longlegs in theaters. Is Longlegs just about someone who has long legs? Not really, but it is a very good film. I did enjoy this film. There was a lot of hype about this film in the last few weeks, and I think that could cause some problems and it could cause people to leave disappointed. Me being one of them, but after reflecting, I'm like, okay, that was a really good movie. Because every year you get, a lot of big hype around a couple films like the greatest film of the century or the scariest film of the year or the scariest film in the decade. And most of the time, it does not live up to that hype. That is such a big expectation to put on people walking into a film. So when I walked into this film, I expected to have this insane, scary movie. And I don't think it was that. I don't think it lived up to that hype. But it is a very good film. And I do think it's a film to go in pretty blind, so I don't want to say too much of what it's about. But it is a 1990s film about a manhunt for a serial killer. The serial killer is played by Nicolas Cage, who is really good in this film. It's one of his best performances in a while. You have Micah Monroe playing this FBI agent, and she is fantastic in this film. The film is a psychological thriller. It's a slow burn film. I think it's shot really well. I love the directing of this film, of these kind of these long shots, just the way they put together some of the scenes. I thought the director did a great job, and major props there. I think this was a really well done film. A lot of people were saying about this film, however, that you think it's going one way and then it goes somewhere else, and I didn't get that. I feel like for most of this film, I knew where it was going, and I was right. But I think that about a lot of films. I don't think I get surprised as often. I think for most films these days, half hour into it, I'm like, okay, I see where they're going here. And if it catches me by surprise and I'm wrong, all the better. Didn't get that for this. I think I knew where it was going for most of it, but still is a very good film. I think it's a film if you're looking for a manhunt serial killer film, or people are trying to track down a serial killer and then they go from there. I don't think you'll be disappointed, especially if you go in knowing you're not going to get the best movie of all time or the scariest movie of all time, but you will get a good movie. And for that, Longlegs is worth seeing.